Hello, my name is Gavin Mitchell, Managing Director of Allied Westminster. We're the largest provider of village hall insurance in the UK. I'd like to welcome you to the awards for the Wonderful Villages photo competition, the theme being Village Life, a photo which characterises the value of community in your village. Sadly, the competition was rudely interrupted and put on hold by the COVID-19 crisis. Right across the UK, we've been faced with varying degrees of lockdowns and all the issues of social distancing. We had originally hoped that we would meet the winning photographers and go to the nominated village halls to present the awards. However, we've decided to create this short film of the awards instead. So, 5 winning photographers will receive between £25 and £500, and each of the photographers nominated village halls will receive between £50 and £1,000, something which we're sure will be very welcome in these difficult times. So, I'd like to introduce my 2 fellow judges. In fact, I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Johnny Thompson. Before I say anything about myself, I just want to say how much I appreciate being given the opportunity to judge this competition. You know, village halls are such a wonderful asset across the whole country in terms of community. So Gavin, thanks very much, first of all, for being given the opportunity to take part in this. For me, since I'm normally on the other side of the camera, to be honest with you, content production is my game. I have a small company called Thompson Media, and we produce videos and podcasts and blogs and various things like that, and help businesses with their marketing. If you want to look at any of my pictures, have a look at Instagram, at Thompson Media without a P. If you want to judge my particular pictures. But yeah, as I say, great to be involved. And we're joined also by another judge who I'll pass on to you now. Mick, if you want to introduce yourself as well.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Mick Cairns, and I'm a retired insurance consultant living in rural Northumberland. I've known and worked alongside Gavin Mitchell and Allied Westminster for more years than I care to remember, actually. And when he asked me to get involved in helping to judge the Wonderful Villages photograph competition, I was absolutely delighted because I live in a rural area myself. I live just outside of Stannington, and I know how important things like the Stannington Village Hall are to the local communities. It's been great fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed reviewing a mixed bag of entries and seeing what wonderful and mad activities go on the length and breadth of this country. And it's been a real buzz to get involved, particularly in such desperate times.
Good one. Thank you very much. Well, let's crack on. Johnny, I'm going to hand over to you for the 5th of the 5 awards. We're going to announce them in descending orders. So starting off with the 5th one, Johnny, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just bring this photo up on the screen here. This is the 5th placed entry, and this was taken by Ian Holloway, and from South Harting Community Hall, and with the 5th position, Ian basically wins £25, and the South Harting Community Hall wins £50, which is great. And in terms of the photo itself, technically, you can see it's an excellent photo. It's really sharp. The main kind of character in the picture, the man on the stilts there at the front, is sharply in focus. But I really liked with this photo how you're drawn through the crowded street, you know, the community there, and you get that real sense of community feeling. And I think the other thing that stands out strangely about this photo now is how unusual it now is in our current times. You know, we would say this as a normal street scene, but here we are towards the end of 2020, and we're all desperate for this kind of thing to return to our lives. So I think that also resonated as far as this photo was concerned. Gavin, I'll pass back to you for the 4th place photograph.
Yeah, 4th place photograph. Yeah, I love this very much because mainly because of the joy in the faces, and I think what's also really nice, I think, is the fact that it's not what you would necessarily call a professional photograph. I think it just captures a moment beautifully. You can tell that with the reflection in the window and so on and so forth. And I think the caption that came with it, if I can read this out, basically it said, community elder Jean Carr reopens the Cheriton Fitzpaine Parish Hall on the 2nd of July 2016 after a 4-year renovation by community volunteers. Now that in itself is a great message. It's a message about sustainability. It's a message about village halls surviving, community halls surviving and growing and being part of the community. So that's a great message. And, you know, I like that in so many ways. But I think the joy in the face is just fantastic. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, you can just see it, and you can even see it in the reflections of the people in the window as well. You know, they're kind of sharing in that joy. Who was the photographer, Gavin, here? And
oh right, yes, it's Piers Howell. Piers Howell is the photographer. Yeah. And Piers wins £50, and the Cheriton Fitzpaine Parish Hall receives £100 for that photograph. So I'm sure that will be well received. So we're now moving on to Mick for the third photograph, number 3, the third prize.
Okay, this photograph comes from Jane Williams and involves the villagers of Littleton upon Severn in South Gloucestershire, where every year the villagers and the members of the local cider club gather for a special community event, which I believe is pronounced the Wassail. Maybe I need to have a couple of pints of their cider to be able to pronounce it properly. But I think this photograph captures so much fun and colour and vibrancy, and it's quintessentially British. It's taken in Littleton Village Hall, and it's very well balanced, with everyone's eyes, I think, immediately being drawn to the man pretending to be the Incredible Hulk in the middle. He's quite an important character, but we're quickly drawn away from that by the colours and the way the photograph spreads out to all the ladies and faces and costumes in the rest of the photograph on either side of him. I just love the fantastic array of colours and the slight sort of madness about this event. What happens is these guys all sort of proceed down to the local pub, and then there's a strange ritual takes place where cider is poured over the roots of an apple tree, and I guess that's to try and make sure that next year's crop is a good enough one to be able to do the whole event all over again next time round. So well done, Jane, and the prize will be winging its way to yourself and the villagers of Littleton upon Severn very, very shortly. So I'll hand over now back to Johnny, who will reveal who's come in second place.
Well, Mick, just before you finish, just to be clear about that, Jane wins £125 right. For that photograph, and the Little Upton Severn Village Hall will receive £250. So,
excellent.
Johnny, over to you for the second.
Yeah, this particular photo I just absolutely love. This was taken by a guy called Matty Simpson, and this is the Great Salkeld Village Hall Sports Day. And you can see straight away it's not your everyday sport that's being participated in here. Technically, it's a great photo because Matty's been able to kind of really freeze, you know, the action here, which takes a bit of technical skill anyway with a camera. You can see the egg in mid-air there. And he's also got sort of great depth to the picture, because as much as the background characters are kind of slightly out of focus, there's still enough detail in there as well. So it makes the front really stand out with the picture, but you can see the anticipation of the audience here, or the crowd that's it's gathering. And I think that's the thing I love most about this picture, is there's a real story in there, and we're kind of in that moment of the story. There's even a little bit of tragedy there, where you can see the guy behind us is clearly dropped the egg, you know what I mean? So there's failure there. And then there's anticipation of, and you can just see in the guy's face, you know, you're left with a question with the picture. Does he catch it? or does he not? You know, and I just love that. It's like it's a classic as far as I'm concerned. But again, it captures that real community spirit, which of course is what the competition is all about. At the end of the day, is that village coming together to do something that's a bit strange and unusual, but that everybody, you know, really enjoys. So it's thoroughly British, echoing the comments that Mick made before.
Okay, thanks very much for that, Johnny. Just to be clear, Matty wins £250 for that photograph, and Great Salkeld Village Hall and Reading Room will receive £500. As is the way, of course, with the technology that we're now using and everyone's connecting over Zoom, my alerts are not switched off. So I apologise for the bings every so often. And now to the winning photograph. The nominated Village Hall will receive £1,000 and the photographer will receive £500. And I think certainly all of us judges are very much of the opinion this sums up everything the competition is all about. And I hope you will agree with me. And let's have a look at the photograph and let's have a chat about it. Johnny, do you want to bring the photograph up?
Yeah, I've got that up. I've got that up already.
Great. Okay. Good stuff.
And
well, I was going to say, I think my opening points are that I think that what's lovely about that photograph is the joy, the happiness, the engagement, all ages. Clearly, everyone within the community is in there having a fantastic time, and they're all, or for the most part, looking at the camera. It's great. They're all celebrating being together, and I think that's superb. It's lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go with exactly what you're saying. It's the, you know, that word diversity is there throughout the picture. You know, you've got kind of everybody clearly from the community involved, young and old, and so on. And what I like about this picture as well is that technically that there actually are some flaws in it. There's a very wide angle camera is being used. So if you look at the edges, it is slightly distorted. But the choice of that wide angle lens to ensure that everybody in that hall is caught in the photograph is just such a wonderful choice by the photographer for me. It gives it kind of real depth, and as much as you get that kind of zoom fisheye kind of feeling about it, you get everyone, you know. And so for me, it's a fantastic picture and a well thought through picture.
I tend to agree with all of the aforegoing, really. I think it's very inclusive. I think we've got a vast range of different ages and types of people in there. I think everyone is clearly enjoying themselves from the front to the back. There seem to be all sorts of different activities going on in there. And I think it just says everything about why village halls are so important to local communities. It's a gathering place. It's a place where people can come, make friends, and have some fun. And it's pretty clear that everyone in that room is having a lot of fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to do that soon. And once this crisis is all over and everyone can get back to some degree of normality. So the winning photograph was by Mike Gardner, and it's Whitecroft War Memorial Hall. And you know, great. I think that's fantastic. I loved the photographs, and I think we were all pretty much unanimous on the winning photograph. And I'd like to thank everyone for competing. We had almost 700 photographs submitted to us. And thank you for your patience. I'm sorry we were all rudely interrupted by COVID. It's not the way we'd hoped to do the award ceremony. We hope to get around the country and go and visit the village halls and meet the photographers. But such is life this year. But, you know, maybe the next photo competition, we can do it in a different way. But I'm sure that the awards will go down well with the village halls at a time when they probably need it more than most. And well done to all the photographers. Okay, we'll be contacting all the entrants, all the winners, and we'll also put information up on our website and our Facebook page to let everyone see the winning photographs and let them have a look at where the village halls are and who the winners are. So again, thank you very much. Let's do this again soon. Thank you.